I'm trying to paint or assemble. As today I am assembling Blood Angels using the Death Company kit, and I think it might make a good librarian. So first we want to take our sprue with our bits on, and we just want to clip them on off of there. The places where I clip those can't really get into, like the bottom of this backpack here, I just often just give it a little twist and they just pop straight off. Once we've unclipped all our pieces, we'll have our backpack, our legs here. I'm using a power sword and a bolt pistol. I also got the back of the torso, the front of the torso. I'm using this big Blood Angel motif shoulder pad, and I'm using this one for his other arm, as it has like a little name ribbon. And for the head, I'm using this I took from a Grey Knight Terminator kit. So to start off with, I want to chop off all the chunky bits of plastic that are left over from where I clipped it off the sprue. And do this on all the pieces. And then I'm just using the side of my blade to scrape the plastic until it's smooth and all the rough stuff's gone. And as well, I use the same method to remove the mold lines. As you can see here, I'm doing it on the edge of the sword, and it gives a nice clean finish. With like the paintwork will just go on that perfectly without anything showing up. For the glue, I use this Revel glue. I start with doing the torso, as this I think is the main part of the model because everything seems to stick to this, and it makes sense to me to glue two halves together so that they stay solid whilst attaching everything else. I put glue on the side with the two little bumps, and I put it on every bit that touches, and then I just like lower it down onto the other one so they kind of stick together, and it's just a matter of like twisting them into place to get them to line up properly. My next piece I'm using will be his backpack. I just want to put a little bit of glue on this little lump here on the back of the torso, and then I'm just lowering the torso down onto the backpack. I give it a little twist to make sure the line of the backpack is parallel with the line of the back of the torso piece. Now I want to attach his arms, so I got his little power sword here, and I'm just like looking at what angle I can have his sword held, as I want the shoulder pad to be standing upright. So I put a little bit of glue on the torso, a little bit of glue on the arm. I do put my finger in the glue just to move the glue around a bit so it's even and it's not too much on there. And then I just hold the two pieces in place together and wait for them to dry. I use the point of my knife just to get any excess glue out of the crack here, just to make it a cleaner finish. Then I get the other arm, the bolt pistol, and I just use the same technique. I just bit of glue. If I dip my finger, it's only because I need to, and then, yeah, just hold the two pieces together again. And it goes together really easily, like it's a really easy kit. Now here I'm just using the legs to help me judge at what position he's holding his gun at to make sure, you know, it's not too low or too high. So then I go on to shoulder pads. I got this one with the name ribbon for his right arm, and for his left arm I've got the big Blood Angel logo because that's his chapter. So I put a little bit of glue onto the actual shoulder of the model. I find this much easier than trying to put it in the shoulder pad, and then I just drop the shoulder pad into place. It literally just slots straight on top. Just give it a little push to make sure it's on properly, nice and firm. And there we have it. Easily sits into place. Some shoulder pads have extra trim or extra bits sticking off of them. This can cause a problem with them getting stuck against the backpack. So you might want to just double check that your shoulder pads will fit depending on how the arm's positioned. Next I'm going on to the head. I just want to put a drop of glue into the torso hole here. As you can see, it just fills in there nicely. And I just drop the head into the hole pretty much. And it's just a matter of like lining it up to have it look in the direction that you want it to. Now he needs his legs, because he ain't going nowhere as he is right now. So I just put a little glue up his torso hole. Yeah, and then I just kind of slot him into place. I give it a little wiggle, because I think this helps the glue like dissolve the plastic a bit and stick it together better. And then it's just, I'm using the flat surface of the desk here to line his feet up so I can judge how far forward he's going to be leaning, whether I need to tilt him back a little, all that sort of thing. The last thing I have is his base. Here I've just made a custom base by gluing all sorts of crap on it. It's up to you to make your base how you want, but you just need to stick him onto a base. It doesn't have to have anything particular in it. extra bits on the sprue were like these little grenades and this little sword, as well as things like little purity seals and stuff. And I figured these would make him look more, I don't know, detailed and stand out just that little bit more from the regular Marines. So I'm just seeing here how they line up properly, because they may not go on because of how the arm's positioned, so it's best to double check before you start sticking glue on stuff. So then I just put a bit of glue on and I slide it into place, and it literally just sits in place really easily. Like, this whole kit was super easy to like assemble, and it's super detailed. I'm comparing it to things like my Space Wolves, and I'm thinking, they did a much better job on the Blood Angels. So yeah, a bit of glue on the side of the bolt pistol here, and I just stick my tiny purity seal, which is really hard to film because it's so small. And yeah, I just stick that into place, and I let it fall, like I let it slide down, because it would naturally hang due to gravity anyway. So yeah. And there we have the finished model, looking super pretty, super strong. I think he'll make a perfect Librarian if painted blue. What do you guys think I should do with him? I think a Librarian is probably the best choice, but he could be a captain, I suppose. If you want to see more of my videos, you can click here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. It's really important. But yeah, more painting videos, and thanks for watching. This video is dedicated to my girlfriend, who is in the Alps slaying dragons.